Hello, YouTube, and welcome back into some Let's Play Civilization 6. We are about to get started with stuff and things. I love all of that. We'll buy the factory, because why not? And get started on Ruhr. Do we want to move Ruhr? Am I going to build an aqueduct here? Probably worth it. Blue Spruce, friends got you Frontier Pass yesterday for your birthday. Started a game with Grand Columbia. Nice. How are you liking it? Congrats, dude. Enjoy it. Oh, did I not save at 150? Thalia told me to. God dang it. I'm dumb. Thalia always says it, and I always, ignore it. Okay. I think I like the idea. I'll go ahead and take the idea. Normally, I am not a big fan of throwing an aqueduct here for it. Frankly, we could use the housing. And then it'll boost this. And then that'll be just 1 from the districts and then 2. So it just turns it into a +3 industrial zone. It's not that exciting. But okay. We'll do the thing. Give you some housing there then. Get rid of that. And then... Boy, this game's going to really come down to aluminum, isn't it? Weirdly enough, we're going to build factories everywhere. I don't have a lot of things to power these yet. I don't have a lot of resources at all. And then Magnus is almost here. Gonna harvest this. Gonna harvest all kinds of stuff to try to make these wonders happen. You've got one ready to go. We're almost at mercantilism, so we'll start to get some lumber mills as well. What do we do when we have no aluminum? Probably just switch to domination.
In a market economy, Howard.
All right. So briefly, do I have a wonder policy? I have Gothic. So I have Renaissance, Medieval, and Classical. That should cover the Chechen, and then we can go towards the overall policy. So that covers the Chechen, I believe. Yeah, that's actually Medieval. So we can try to do that. When you want aluminum for bombers, though, yeah, potentially. We could do uranium stuff. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I really hope that we don't have to deal with that situation. I really don't. And then we're going for the overall wonder policy here in civil engineering. We're also trying to work towards the wonder engineer, which is a thing. How does the aluminum influence you? It's only for the laser project. Yeah, but that's huge. That's a huge part of it. I'm actually going to let this finish naturally. Although I need to get their commercial hub before I can start Zimbabwe. That should be okay. We'll wait on those chops a bit. I could faith buy this. Yeah, we may not have any strategics, right? That could be a big part of it. Could be a big part of what we have to deal with going forward. So we'll save these chops. Hopefully we don't get same turned.
The Great Ball Court is also very impressive.
So hitting the culture wonders in a game where we're pretty culture light as far as theater squares and things like that. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I'm happy. Happy about that. Frank, welcome in. Thanks for the follow. So that's pretty sweet.
I saw a bank that said
Lock that in, although I want this first. Yeah, I love that you can do lumber mills on this stuff now. Speaking of all that, city is pretty pog now. Swap the banana tiles just to grow. Oh, yeah, actually, just because they're Chechen tiles anyways. But I do want to grow. I want to, like, force these food tiles. We've got a lot of housing. So even though I'll give up a little bit of culture for the time being, we'll grow into working them all in the long run. And I think that'll be pretty good. Something like that, maybe. All right, so we can get started on our factory. I might want to run one more project just to make sure I get this engineer before I get the factory. I think that makes sense. It's only 3 turns. Probably here too. And then we'll get factories afterwards. Okay. I tend to go democracy. The reason I like democracy is I often like to buy my my research labs. And so democracy gives you a discount for purchasing things, and then also for food and for production on trade routes with allies winds up making your Ruhr Valley or whatever your most productive city that much better. It also gives you a slightly better distribution of your policies. I can absolutely see going into communism. Just know that you're not going to be able to run all the policies you want. Yeah, I tend to favor democracy, although I want to do a bunch of games where we test both and just see what kind of like finishes, like by the turn by turn basis, which one's better. My gut says democracy. Like if you can add in like even four trade routes that we have right now, and eventually we'll have more like 8 or 9. Four times that. Times 4 production and 4 food. That's 16 food and production to your most important city. It winds up being pretty amazing. Plus, if you're gold buying your spaceports, you get a discount on that as well. So I'm a big fan of democracy for Space Race. I can see the argument for communism, but I haven't tested it well enough to tell you definitively. But that's my logic. I've tried both, and the 0.6 per citizen doesn't seem good. It only works good in really, really tall cities. So I agree. I don't think it's... I've always been on the side of... Really? Okay. I've always been on democracy.
My man.
Something like that. Ejeg? I don't know that name. Ejeg Liston? I don't know. I tried. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So I actually want to chop out some housing here. So we're going to chop these jungles rather than give them lumber mills. Yeah, is he ever wanting to give up? We're down to 75 gold per turn. I mean, I'll just fight him to the end of the game. That's fine. If he wants to be that big of a jerk. That's exactly it. Blood for the blood gods. Yay, we killed his core. Maybe that'll be enough to make some peace. We are fast approaching another Dark Age. We need 123 for a golden. Boston just got flooded. You can see the flood. All right, how's this coming along? So normally just 109. I need 12 era score for that. I'm going to let these projects finish first, and then I'll look at buying that guy and trying to sneak out some era score via that. Taj would be great. I'm going to go for it. I can squeeze a theater square there and here if I want to. We override some decent farms, but whatever, they're farms. Is it worth going dark and then heroic? Not usually. I'm definitely worried about like loyalty as a part of my issues. Like I need the city to grow so we don't just flip it right back. This is all improved. Okay. Make sure you own... Yep. Okay. Boop. Next turn, we're done with both those engineer projects, and then we can buy it. Colossus goes.
If facts don't fit the...
6 turns on this. We've got Rur coming along. It's a good little tile for you. Okay. No, you don't need to work the farms to get the housing boosts. You just have it. Like, farms statically give you housing in your cities. And that's no different for Maya's farms. It's dumb. Okay. All right, let's start getting these factories now. We have vertical integration going, so I want to see how crazy that can get with Maya. One of the many things I want to test with her. Tired of America, huh? Trying to get elsewhere. I get it. Hey Zebbles, how you doing? I killed a few units and now we're back up to 168 gold per turn. I guess I'm just fighting him the rest of the game. I'm dying to know what the logic is that he refuses to make peace, because it's not military score. I'm over triple his military score. I'm over quadruple his science score, and I'm almost double his culture score. Not to mention I have gold and stuff like that. So like, huh? We're not an emergency. Makes no sense. Okay. Hey, Hendu. Yeah, I think there is like some component to threatening his cities, but then how do you ever get out of a war that you're being defensive with, you know? This thing's gonna shoot me and kill me. Yo, Hot Kettle Cafe, hi! How are you? And thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you for the sub bomb. Welcome in. If you received a gifted sub via the very kind and charismatic Hot Kettle Cafe, please say thank you. That's cool, Themis. I had no idea. How are you, Hot Kettle? It's good to see you. Thank you for the gifted subs. So I guess heading towards aluminum. I actually want to find the aluminum before the research labs. Is that true? That might not be true. That might not be true. Getting this, buying science and things probably makes sense. God, our culture's bad. Putting your house up for sale. Wow, crazy. That's fun. I hope you're moving on up. No, not my culture is bad. Culture is great. My culture is bad. I can get the banks. Could go after a wonder. I mean, Forbidden City seems interesting. Cities pop 13, and this is the thing for me, is that there just really isn't motivation to grow tall. We're pop 13. We can get all the districts we want, and frankly, like with specialists sucking, like I'm working specialists, and it feels awful, right? Like, I'm getting 4 science out of 2 citizens. So do I really want to make plans for this city to keep growing and, like, add in 2 more culture. Like, it's worse than tile. You know what I mean? So that's where like tall doesn't really pay off, which is why I think Maya is a fairly weak civ. But if that upper end of population changes, she'll be primed to take advantage of it. Hey, T. That's this. Yeah, it could be. I mean, most of the next release schedules only involve single civ releases, Themis. Eight turns on this. Am I hard teching? I guess I am. Let's see. Could do this. This isn't bad. And then we move this farm. That's an adjacency here. And then 4 turns. Yeah. So we get this in this age. I would like to pull out of a dark if we can. So I'm gonna go after that. Can't do that. Still 300 gold from me. That's not too bad. Which wonder got built? Forbidden City to Pachacuti. Mm-hmm. No problem. No problem. He has no units left. He has 25 military strength. How much? All right, with his 25 military strength, what do you guys think he's going to want from us, gold per turn wise? I want to see some estimates in chat. We have 163 gold per turn. What does he feel entitled to? What does he feel entitled to of our money? $163. Laugi was really close. Themis was really close. Great Toothless Landshark was really close. Amy and Boethius were both very close. Well done. Well done. Not to mention the raw gold. What a nut. Can we just take him out for being a jerk? The game is trending in that direction. That is for sure. Do we want to run campus research grants? We're getting close. We're getting close. Oh, I have to buy a bank, don't I? Oh, no, I don't. Haha. All right. So Zimbabwe now. Can even chop this, even though it's out of our workable range. So let's go get that. I was going to say, how can you build Oxford? All right, there makes sense. Let's go for it. Pretty much out of chops. A couple left. Could try to make them happen. I'm buying a lot of tiles here. Yeah, it feels a little late for Zimbabwe. Turn 163. But the AI might not have a great spot for it or a spot at all for it.
Stopped beating.
All right.
Hardly anyone worked. Hardly.
This is a pretty critical component
the population
for our space race.
Area had to be supported by the rest of the country.
Hogue, hello, my friend. How are you? How's it going out there? So what does that get us to? Just 80 production? I think I'd chop all this jungle then. Makes these tiles a little bit overall worse, but we can chop out some of the population we need. We can try to grab a couple farms just to make sure that we have it all. And then we have like these tiles to work, right? And that might save me the trouble of like having to force the food tiles. I don't want to swap them all. Like there's no point in swapping in mines that I'm not going to work, right? So like we might as well let our other cities take advantage of nice productive tiles like that until we have the population to sustain what we already have. See, like they're working this tile already. These guys probably are too, right? Like working the food tile makes sense. That's close enough to a food tile. These tiles, yeah. So I think we chop up all this, get their population up that way. I think that's going to be great. Isn't he great, Timorius? I agree. Traders. Traders make sense. I don't want a bunch of coal power plants. I would like these to be oil power plants. I don't know if we're going to have enough strategics to really make that happen. I think I override this hill. Or this hill, I guess. No, because that's only one. I want this too. I really don't want to build underneath that. I could start building a couple encampments for strategics, actually. That may not be the worst idea. I'll build it here because she's got a farm there anyways, so we're not losing out on our farm stuff, really. Hey, Vern. How you doing? If you read this, you're a wonderful person and a nice butt, by the way. I thank you. I appreciate that. And also, how do you know? I appreciate that love and support. Thank you very much. Hey, Teddy. How you gonna feel if I come like start messing up your cities? Mister, I want all of your money. All right, 7 turns on Taj. I need a little bit more arrow score. I need 4 arrow score in 4 turns. I'll go archaeological here for the Eureka. Should you destroy a maze to put an aqueduct next to your +1 industrial zone? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Delete the tax. Okay. My bad. Any other errant tax that are running around? No. So how do I get my final era score? Let's see what this is worth.
Economics is a subject.
3 turns and 3 turns. I need 1 more chop somehow. We flipping a city from Scythia? No. She's not having loyalty issues. We grow into a chop. Unless it's these, we're done for with that. Okay. I can't levy because I'm not suzerain anywhere. My best bet is like I could buy this writer. That would give me a little bit, but we're gonna be a little bit light here.
My man.
What could I do? Don't know. Oh, Jekka, thank you so much for the 7 months. Welcome back into the shop. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Almost to the modern era. Here-ish. Mythrock, hey, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for the 2 gifted subs. OG, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Messi, thank you for the follow as well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the support. Appreciate it. Appreciate it a whole lot. I need all kinds of stuff.
My man.
Can have... No, these are outside my workable range. So I cannot buy these tiles. Oh. Oh, this one. I see. No, because I can't switch it. So if I buy it here, it's theirs, right? If I buy it here, it's theirs. I can't swap a tile outside my workable range. So that won't work. Niter unit is a good idea. I don't have the money for it. 960. Yeah, she's got a decent one. Decent military going on. Crapola. If I could chop Petra, we get a little bit. Basically, I need a bunch of money. Are you still being a jerk? Sure are. Horses? And then I probably need to take raw gold to try to have enough money to do anything with like a niter unit or something like that. That's not a lot of money though.
My first ever renewed sub on any stream. D.
Hey, Mario, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say. And welcome back for 2 months. I'm flattered. I am honored. And thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate it greatly. What's 6 times 30? 180, so 188. So maybe we can get like 150. Probably not. 130.
My man.
130 seems not bad. Try for 140. Perhaps. Let's just go back to the 130. Not too bad. Try to do another one of those. Could potentially help a good bit. Okay. And try to pillage a bit.
My man.
Sloan Daddy, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Huh.
A common mistake that people.
First Civ do a new era. Okay, we did it. We did that. That's good. She's all... Oh, you're not anywhere. Why aren't you anywhere? All right. Who's got... Where does Pangea want to live? Someday that'll be a +4 campus. Yeah, I thought about that too, Bose. That would have been good. I guess culture here, like Koba, right? We're done with chops. That's 7 turns away, so I don't get this. So yeah, so Pangea going to Chechen City makes sense. They also have a good campus. And then Magnus wants to go back to the capital now for vertical integration. We're starting to get those factories and things. Something like that. Funny freaks, how you doing? Newer Civ player here. Seem to be getting most things, but religion. Any tips? Any tips with religion? I would ignore getting a religion in most games, unless you're specifically going for a faith race, like you want to win with religion. You can avoid the actual founding of religion, as it takes a lot of resources early on to do, and frankly doesn't pay off too well on that commitment. You can still get a good faith economy going without religion. In fact, religion doesn't do much to add to your faith economy other than just getting holy sites, and you can get holy sites regardless of if you have a religion or not. Like if you see a +6 holy site, go build it. And if you want to take advantage of that game. Faith has a lot of uses in obviously your faith race, but also culture games and other games as well. Domination, like being able to faith buy units is huge, etc., etc. But in most cases, I would probably just avoid it. unless you're, again, specifically going for a faith race victory. Tay-Tac, thanks for the follow. Heard that starting religion can be helpful to declare a holy war and avoid warmonger penalties. I mean, sure. But again, the effort that you go through to get that religion doesn't like avoiding a couple warmonger penalties doesn't make those things equal at all. At all. Did I just grow into a chop? Oh, wait. Well, did I? Nope. Oh. Actually, yes. So we can get the wonder. Oh my God, you guys are right. We grew into that chop. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Good stuff. I suppose we can run skyscrapers for that. We are getting a couple of those. And then I think public works. We're going to need some builders here soon. Not to mention with space race projects later on as well. But that is exciting. If another place is close to getting a religious victory and you can take another city with a religion different than theirs, do it and you can start an inquisition. Nope, you cannot. You can only start an inquisition if you have founded a religion. That's a really cute idea. I like where your head's at with that creativity, but that does not functionally work. You can only launch inquisitions if it is your religion. Don't want to get double shot, I think. Still not fully sure what allows a Pantheon to happen. Your Pantheon is when you, on normal speed, if you accumulate 25 faith, you get a Pantheon. On like faster, on online speed, it's 12 faith, you know, adjust accordingly. But on standard speed, it's 25 faith. Can't raise DC. Even if we wanted to.
King Solomon gave the Queen of Sheba all she desired.
So Great Zimbabwe is really neat when you have a city that works well with it. In our case, it's like kind of 50-50.
She and her servants.
The reason it's 50-50 is we're going to want all of our trade routes in our Ruhr Valley city, which is our capital. We can maybe split the difference and have 2 strong cities, and this could be our other strong city that does it. But in general, you want to stockpile all of your trade routes here because once you get it, you get a trade route capacity, which is fantastic. And then your trade routes from this city, get +2 gold for every bonus resource within 3 tiles of the city and in the city's territory. Must be built on blah, blah, blah. So in order to see how good that is, we just count bonus resources, right? So this is a strategic. We don't count horses. We go 1, cattle, 2, rice, 3, cattle, 4, cattle, 5 bananas, 6 bananas. So we get an extra 12 gold per city per trade route that originates here. And we can just go ahead and build a trader just to see how good that can be for us. Oh, and we're also settled on cattle as well. Good call, yes. So it's 7. So it's actually 14 gold per turn per trade route. I forgot that we had settled on that cattle. It's been a little while. This city is building encampment buildings to get strategic stockpile, especially once we get to aluminum here. And that pulled us out of our Dark Age, so that's good. It's not unique bonus. No, it's each copy of a bonus resource. It's not unique ones. Did I play Civ since the beginning? If so, did I miss out on Civ? What do I miss on Civ 6? You know what? I started in at Civ 5. So my comparison to things only goes back that long. And I don't know. There isn't a lot I miss. The one thing that I can say confidently that I miss from Civ 5 is the ability to play tall and the ability to just like have a few cities that can do stuff for you. I like that. I think there are certain civs that would want to do that. The wider you go in Civ 6, the better. That's just the way districts and great people and things like that work. So, all right, we're certainly not getting 13 more era score this turn, so we'll just kind of happily go into the next era here. And with the dawn of that era, we'll put another cut in the video here. Hopefully we won't lose that guy. We'll put another cut in the video here, and we hope to see you guys back for the next video. Thank you so much. If you're watching over on YouTube, don't forget to stop by twitch.tv/thegamemechanic and come say hi to us in person on the internet. Also, don't forget to comment on that Part 0 Maya video and see if you've won a copy of Frontier Pass. We'll see you then.